Welcome, one and all, to the Metallys. Please welcome your host, Bryce Kalla.
Thank you. Please, thank you. Hello, dreamers. Bryce here from Midnight Notion, singer-songwriter, musician, and a big fan of Metallica. From October 2020 to February 2021, I spent hours every single day searching for the best Metallica song. As you can imagine, coming up with a ranking system for 115 songs can create a little bit of a struggle within. You see, if a ranking system is based solely on your initial reaction or how you feel about something without any credentials whatsoever, that ranking system is kind of a bad seed. And so, as a stereotypical Virgo, I decided to use math. Each song was graded using 5 criteria: composition, memorability, emotional response, there it is, instrumentation, and lyrics. And each category was a 0 to 4 scale, with 2 being the baseline, 3 being better than expected, 4 being the most points you can get, and 1 and 0 being not so great and awful, respectively. The grand total points was 20, and I kept getting asked, why not use a 1 to 5 scale instead of 0 to 4? And I'll tell you, in my world, when a song isn't super great, it doesn't deserve any points. That's why. After using my perspective as a rock musician to overanalyze every single song, I put all of the data into a big spreadsheet, and now I'm sharing my findings with you. But of course, I'm not holier than thou, so my opinions might be different from yours. So I encourage you to play along in the comments below and tell me which songs and albums you think would win each category for tonight's awards ceremony. And then at the end of this, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more adventures in overanalyzing music. Let's get to our first category.
Best Album Opener.
Whether the first thing you hear is a melodic acoustic guitar riff, or a heartbeat sound effect, or a big old smack in the face with a crack of a snare and a chunky guitar riff, these are the opening songs that got the most points overall and inspired us to keep listening to the entire record. And the nominees are
Blackened. Enter Sandman. Fuel. That Was Just Your Life.
And the winner is...
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
With 19 points overall, Fuel got itself into 11th place overall. It gets straight to the point with a catchy vocal hook and a head-banging riff that gets us burning on and on and on and on. The lyrics might be about the struggles of addiction and maybe some car stuff along the way, but this is the kind of opening track which we can all desire.
Best Album Closer.
It's hard to wait so many years in between each new release, and these songs are the ones that made it even harder. At the end of the record, these ones are melodic and thrashy, and they always leave us begging for more. But which one scored the most overall points? The nominees are
Damage Incorporated. Dyer's Eve. The Outlaw Torn. My Apocalypse.
And the award goes to Damage Incorporated. With 17 total points, Damage Inc. found itself in 29th place overall. It gives us one final glimpse at Cliff Burton's beautiful bass guitar stylings before damaging our necks with its head-banging, thrashy pace and biting political commentary. So, sing it all with me. Blood will follow blood. Dying time is here. Sing it! You got it.
Best Instrumental.
Since none of these songs had lyrics, the 4 points for that category were distributed amongst the other categories, meaning these songs had the unique opportunity to score up to 5 points per round. Though none of them made it to a perfect 20, they all captured our imaginations. From the depths of the ocean blue to the stars in the nighttime sky, to a battle with mortality, to a trip to the dentist's office. We were able to close our eyes and experience a music journey unlike anything else. And the nominees are
Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth, Call of Cthulhu. Wait, are they trying to say Cthulhu? Oh, Orion, Suicide and Redemption.
And the award goes to Suicide and Redemption. With 16 points and 35th place overall, Suicide Redemption is the top scoring instrumental. For such a long song, it doesn't once really repeat a riff too many times, and it takes us through a nice epic journey through heavy parts and clean parts and a solo section for each member of the band. You can knock the sound of the mix quality all you want, but this instrumental has everything I'm looking for.
Worst Album.
While we're here, I know you're all wondering, so let's get this out of the way. I love this band through and through, and even their worst material is far more successful than I could ever dream of being. With that in mind, sometimes the math don't lie. The nominees for Worst Album are
Kill 'Em All and Justice for All, Saint Anger, Beyond Magnetic.
And the loser is Saint Anger. With 11 tracks, Saint Anger had a chance of 220 points, but only scored 108, which is a 49% grade, which is failing in most schools. I tried to defend it and I tried to point out the beauty, but unfortunately this song is mostly some kind of monster.
The Honorable Mention Award.
Every Metallica record has a different number of tracks, so I can't simply add up the amount of total points per album and tell you which album got the most total points, because that would automatically, by default, favor the longest albums, which are Load, Reload, and Hardwired to Self-Destruct. So what I have to do is add up their total points and then divide that by the total number of possible points, which is 20 times the total number of tracks on that album. The result is a grade percentage, and the highest percentage wins. However, I couldn't find it in my heart to give this record the Best Album award because it has an unfair advantage and it technically isn't a studio record. That's right, with only 2 songs and a score of 35 out of 40 possible points, a score of 88%, S&M, by technicality, has the highest score of all of their records. But again, it isn't technically a studio album, it's a live album. So just because those 2 songs were both very, very great songs doesn't actually really mean that this is their best record. I love it, and I will agree that it is my favorite of all of their releases, but unfortunately, we're just gonna have to award it, for now, the Honorable Mention Award. Thank you, S&M. Here's to you.
Best Album.
When you look through the history of heavy metal, you'll see loads of lists just like mine, but their rankings typically have something to do with whatever was happening at the time of that record's release. They're often praising the newness of their sound or their mix quality, or maybe the poignancy of their lyrics and how they connect with current social and political trends. Or maybe it's just a record that launched an unknown artist into worldwide acclaim. But it's not fair to compare timeless classics with anything else, is it? So putting math above whatever was happening in that time, or mix, or emotional response, these 4 records are the ones mathematically that had the fewest duds.
Master of Puppets. The Black Album, Death Magnetic, Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
And the winner is
Bow down, sell your soul to
with an 82% score of 163 out of 200 possible points. Death Magnetic is the true underdog that is often, in my opinion, criminally underrated. It has some of the thrashiest riffs in their entire catalog, some really thought-provoking lyrics, and an excellent return to form with odd time signature changes and experimentations on that side of things. We also get the reminder that a bunch of old dads can still deliver metal up the ass. People may not like the mix, but what don't kill you make you more strong.
Best song.
If you've been following this journey the whole way through, you already know the answer. But to those of you who are new here and you maybe skipped ahead, welcome. I have to say, when I started this journey, I did not expect the top list to look anything like the way it does. But here we are, the math don't lie. In hindsight, I might have done things a little bit differently. I do like my new criteria a little bit better than the ones that I used throughout the series, but hey, I'm not about to start over anytime soon. So without further ado, these 4 songs are in the running for the best Metallica song.
1. Hero of the Day. No Leaf Clover. Halo on Fire.
And the award goes to Halo on Fire. Halo and 1 were the only 2 songs to get a perfect 20 score, but in the tiebreaker round, Halo on Fire took the victory. The more I think about this song, the more I realize it has everything you can ask for in a Metallica song. We have clean riffs building to heavy riffs. We have a really catchy vocal lyric with a nice sing-along bit on the end. We have time signature changes. We have dueling guitar solos. We have breakdowns. We have build-ups. And we have an epic ending that everyone can sing, and it brings me to tears almost every time I hear it. I may not have expected this to get the first spot, but now that I've done the math, I can stand by it. In my opinion, Halo on Fire is the best Metallica song.
Best Subscriber.
For the final category, I wanted to give a virtual award to the person who has been here for every single bit of content that I've uploaded, and I can already tell that they'll be here in the future as well. They click the thumbs up button, they leave positive comments down below, and they share this channel with their friends. They've added my original music to their streaming services, and I'm pretty sure they've thought about contributing a little bit of a tip to paypal.me/midnightnotion so that all of this content can continue. That person, it's you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so very much, and I cannot wait to entertain you more and interact with you in the comments section. So please enjoy this list of all of the songs and where they rank in the grand overall total. And thank you so much for watching. You're awesome. Thank you. Hello dreamers, welcome to the Metallys. I'm Bryce Kalla, singer-songwriter, musician, and a big fan of Metallica. Ah, dang it. Thank you. Hello dreamers, I am Bryce, singer-songwriter. Oh, Bryce here from Midnight Ocean. As you can imagine, coming up with a ranking system for 115 songs. Each song was calculated. Each category was graded using 5 criteria. All of those criteria had 4 points possible. It was a 0. Each song was graded with a scale of 0. A soft acoustic guitar picking with melody from the depths of the ocean blue to the stars in the sky, to a journeys in a way that no other songs could send us. Though none of them got a perfect 20, 4 points that would have gone to lyrics have been I had to figure out what percentage of points the dang it. got the best album with a track. Halo and 1 were the only 2 songs to get a perfect 20, but in the tiebreaker round, 1 came out victorious. And they comment positively with other patrons to their Spotify and other streaming service platforms. Oh, man.